So today I want to talk about Animal Crossing, but not just Animal Crossing. I want to talk about Amiibo in Animal Crossing and what it could mean for New Horizons. Let's go. What is up, everybody? Bobby here, the Nintendo Guru, and listen, it's that time, it's that day, it's that what we do around here. So let's talk about Animal Crossing, shall we? Let's talk about one of my favorite franchises of all time, Animal Crossing. And here's the thing, let's just jump right in, right? Amiibo. Nintendo has announced via packaging, on the back of the packaging of the game for Animal Crossing New Horizons, they have stated, it is stated on the back of the packaging, there will be Amiibo functionality. Now, immediately people hear that and go, no Amiibo, no more Amiibo. But me, I'm an avid Amiibo collector, and I want more. If I can get more, I want more. But let's talk about how this all works, and let's talk about how it all began. And I want to talk about the EReader. So, for those that don't know, there was a time during the GameCube era that Nintendo introduced this architecture, this accessory to the Game Boy Advance, and which was called the EReader. And basically you could get these cards, the EReader, and you could scan them, right? There was a little bar on the top here. It's hard to see, but like there's a little bar across the top there. That, or the code that was across the bottom. One of those two things would get you like this Tom Nook outfit that was going on. But then there was also some pretty cool stuff. Like there was also a Super Mario thing, right? So you could get Jumpman, as they called it. And then on the back, like there's the outfit and the umbrella and all the stuff. So there was all this cool stuff that you could get within Animal Crossing back on the GameCube. So this is what this started as. This is, to me, the original Amiibo cards. This is where Nintendo took the idea and moved it forward as time went on to Amiibo cards. Now, back during the Wii U era, Nintendo, rather than putting out a regular Animal Crossing game, they put out Amiibo Festival. To me, it was a huge flop. To me, it was a huge miss. It was not what people wanted, what they expected. I think they wanted an actual true-to-life Animal Crossing. Amiibo Festival was like the Federation Force of the Amiibo franchise. Like, this was the game that everybody wanted, the regular game, the normal game, the Animal Crossing game, and then they give us Amiibo Festival. And then not only that, they also gave us Happy Home Designer on the 3DS. So they were double hitting us with Animal Crossing games. They just weren't what we wanted. They were not the true to form Animal Crossing games. And I think a lot of people thought, okay, here's these Amiibo, these cool little characters, these trophies of sort, of these amazing characters that we love, getting crammed on and jammed on, and basically it's a pawn in an Amiibo game. But as time moved forward, Nintendo stepped away from Amiibo Festival, and then they did this pretty massive update for the 3DS version, New Leaf, which was essentially called Welcome Amiibo. And in that version, like, you could scan in Amiibo cards. So now the Amiibo cards become functionality in Animal Crossing Welcome Amiibo, as well as these characters, because you could scan these in and get different items. You could scan in these and get characters, but also you could scan in like Ganondorf, and you would get a pig in New Leaf that was named Ganon. You could scan in Link and get Epona. You could scan in like Squid Sisters and get like an octopus, which a house that was like Splatoon themed and stuff. So there was a lot of stuff that they added to New Leaf that I think got a lot of people excited. So I think about those things and I go, what do I like and what do I not like from Amiibo when it comes to Animal Crossing? So when you think about it, right, how cool would it be if I was able to scan in every Amiibo I have? I got the Guardian up there, be cool, and Ness and Wario, right? And get exclusive Nintendo items that you can't get anywhere else. How cool would it be to scan in Super Mario Odyssey Amiibo and get like a white top hat? Like, that stuff would be kind of cool if we could take the Nintendo items that are prevalent within Animal Crossing games and push it forward. Take it and go like, hey, you bought all these Amiibo? We're going to let you scan in and get a Lucas hat. We're going to let you scan in and get a Goomba t-shirt. We're going to let you scan in and get a Piranha Plant hat. Like, there's so much stuff that they could add to the Amiibo functionality just on the figures alone. Now the cards, we're going to put that aside for a minute and we're going to hold off on that because I want to talk about furthering the Animal Crossing Amiibo with the idea of like, let's now add Gracie Grace, let's add Harv, let's add all these characters that were missing from the original line of Amiibo. It would be so cool to not only get Harv and Gracie Grace and CJ, as they're calling them, or Joan Jr. or Joan herself. Like, it'd be so cool to have all these different characters brought into and get true to life Animal Crossing things. But it would also be kind of cool to go like, okay, you're going to scan into Mr. Rossetti. We're going to give you like a pickaxe, or we're going to give you this helmet with a spotlight on it. Like, it'd be kind of cool to go, when you scan these different characters in, you're going to get exclusive items for each character, which would make it better for me. I would prefer to get stuff like that right out the gates. I would prefer to be able to like scan in my Amiibo and get different things and get different items that you can't get anywhere else. Limit it, similar to like Breath of the Wild, where you can only do so many scans a day. You can't sit there for hours on end scanning and stuff. It'd be kind of cool if we could do that. Now, with the cards, I'm a little different. I'm a little indifferent with this whole situation. So with New Leaf, when I scanned in a card, like let's say I scanned in Julian, right? And Julian comes in, I could essentially take Julian and move him into my town. Now, at first thought you go like, oh, it's really cool because I can get all my favorite villagers. But where I have a problem with it is more or less the problem is when I remember playing GameCube for the first time, when I played Wild World, when I played City Folk for the first time, if I would have been able to scan in Amiibo into City Folk, I never would have fallen in love with Stitches, because I would have filled that town with my favorite characters and kept them there. I feel like Nintendo needs to have an achievement based. Okay, so everybody plays the game and they remember the Able sisters, right? Mabel and Sable. And in order to get the EReader or the QR code reader in New Leaf, you had to do a little mission. You had to talk to the sisters every day until they finally trust you, and then boom, one day, there it is. I think it was after like 14 days or whatever it might be. Top of my head, I forget. But that aside, let's put that aside. It would be really cool to go, hey man, if you build a town hall, you can now get this Amiibo reader, NFC chip reader, that'll allow you to then invite who you want. And maybe there's a bunch of things you need to do in order to get to town hall. So it's not a quick thing like within a week you're getting to scan an Amiibo. I'm okay with scanning in Amiibo cards. Just let's push it out there a little bit and not do it day one. I would prefer that it was something that came with progression later on and gave us something cool to look at and have characters come in, but not a matter of like, hey, here's day one and I'm going to scan in my favorite 5 characters and that's who's going to be there forever, and every time they leave I'm going to scan them back in and stuff. That I have a problem with, just because I feel like you're cheating yourself. You're cheating yourself of learning some great characters and some great animals and falling in love with said animals. But that being said, we know there are some new animals that are coming, so more Amiibo cards, that could be a possibility. And it would be kind of neat to see what Nintendo has planned for Amiibo. So I'm curious right now what you guys think. Are you okay with the fact that we're getting Amiibo functionality within Animal Crossing New Horizons? What do you think it's going to be? Do you think it's going to be scanning all the Amiibo? Is it just the Animal Crossing ones? Is it just the cards? What's your thoughts? What's your hopes and dreams for this functionality to come in? Be sure to check me out over on Twitch every single Friday from now until the launch of New Horizons. We're going to have a different guest on every Friday doing episodes of Breaking Bells, my podcast about Animal Crossing. Check that out. Also, you can follow me Instagram, Twitter, @Nintendo Gurus. That is all. Peace out, Preston.